Today we will make an ugly app beautiful. Let's go. Laura, take it away. How do we start?
Okay, so first, when I usually start changing design, I like to look at the colors that the client has. Right now we have like a mix of 3 different colors, so I like to keep it as 2 max. So what we're gonna do is first, we're gonna choose which colors we want to keep. So let me just show you how it looks like here. This is the web app. I mean, there's content, but this is a bit boring. It's very simple. And I think we can make something much better with
Why do you think
the
it's boring?
tools.
Like, what specifically do you notice that you think, okay, this is not good?
It looks very simple when it comes to the design. It's just photos of pugs. They are beautiful, but then it doesn't have any kind of design into it. And you want people to be attracted to your app as much as possible. So it has to look fun, especially if it's a pug masterclass. It has to look fun and entertaining.
Okay.
So that's what we're gonna do.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, so we're gonna go and choose the colors. So go into my app and style, and then we go more, and these are the colors that we're using right now. So I want to keep a max of 2 colors. This one is fine. I like to go with black as a primary color sometimes, but we can use this one. So we can just click on it and copy it, so we can use it later and use the same here. And now we have 2 colors, and we can change the text here. Let me see. We can go white.
How do you make a
That's
decision between having a more darker app or having a more brighter app?
depends on the theme. Usually, if your app is about something very serious or elegant, black colors are usually that kind of mood. But when something fun like kids, dogs, animals, recipes, things like bright colors are more entertaining than
Mm-hmm.
serious and darker ones. So I will go with white, and I'll use these colors.
So black is like
So
VIP, exclusive, and the brighter colors are more fun, playful.
yeah, that's what I like to think. I'm not an
Mm-hmm.
expert on this, I guess, but I think that bright colors give you more of a activity, more entertaining and fun look than darker ones. So
Especially as you want to have fun with your puck, right? It's
yeah,
something that
especially.
puts you in a positive mindset. You have fun. You get out of your maybe day to day, which is not so much fun, and it should be uplifting. And because it's uplifting, you rather pick bright colors that put you in a good mindset, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
You don't
love
want to
that.
have like a very serious mood for a pug app that's about playing with your pug and taking care of your pug. So I prepared 2 sizes. We're going to use 2 because I like to play with the normal square size and the hero image. Um, because as you can see, there's a cut here. You can see where the image ends,
Yep.
but we can play with this so it's not seen, so you can see it. So the image, the app looks more open and more wide than just a cut here. Because on mobile you will see differently. You will see it like this, maybe. But it's also, you see a cut, you see the difference. You see there's an image here and there's an image here and then background. I like to keep it open and wide. So we will do a trick for that. Um, so for this square here, we use this size, which is 720 both sides. And then for the white one, we have this other size, which is 1336 for 750. And this is the standard size. So this size will work good and will look good. So you can work with this. We will start with this one. So the app is about pugs and having fun with your pug. So we want a fun style and fun look. So we will use first this one. I have prepared a few photos for pugs. So what do I do here to keep it wide? I basically use Canva, and it has a very cool tool that's a background remover. So if you click on that, we will have an isolated pug. And what we do with this pug is change the background. Let me copy the color for the background. And we're going to use it here. And how to make it fun. Canva has a lot of elements. You can have circles and shapes. If you go to graphics, you can have a circle or shape, something fun, like let's say this shape here. And we're going to put it behind the pug. This, and maybe two dots. This here. It doesn't have to make sense. Depends on your app, but it doesn't really have to make sense. It's just we're having fun with the design.
Right, if you have a brand identity where you use circles or rectangles or whatever, you could align it a little bit like that, right? So that it's in the end consistent. Or you just like have fun in the beginning and then use later, you standardize a bit more how to make this fun, how to translate it into a design system, arguably could be something to do in the second step.
Yes, I usually like to do a few designs and then I look at the whole picture, and then you get ideas like, oh, let me change this because this doesn't look like I wanted. But first, I would say don't think about the design too much. Just have fun with it. And once you have everything, you will have ideas on how to change it or what to change. We have this here, for example, and we're gonna make it to the middle like that. We have this picture, pretty simple one, but you'll see that it makes a big difference when we use it on the app with the background. Yeah, let's go back to the admin area. And we will change it here. Let's see. It looks like this, but you will see the difference now when we reload. So what happens now is because we're using the background, the same color of the background, the image doesn't look like it's stuck in a square. It looks like it's more free. So we can play with this a lot. Like for example, if you put an arrow going down here and you match the same thing here, it will look like it continues rather than having two separate areas. So
Right.
we'll do the same with the second one. We'll go another part, this one. We'll make it transparent.
How do you make sure that it looks? How do you
Yeah.
make sure it looks good in the end on web and also on the phone?
You have to keep testing. For example, I use the inspect and I go to the, I use your phone here, say iPhone, and you'll see how it looks like on the phone
Mm-hmm.
and on the app. So let's see, it looks good. Basically, even if you want the web app to look good and you have like a lot of text, let's say we have 2 squares here of text, keep in mind that on the phone it won't look good. So I suggest always dividing things into sections. So if you want to have 2 blocks of text, you rather have one image as a block and then below another one, because that ensures that your app on phone will look good as well as on the web app.
Yeah.
Let's go back. Choose the same background. Take a photo from here. I was saying that you could also play with the background of the picture, the one that's already there, and we'll do that in a second section, so you can see, like, if you want to keep the whole image, like there's pretty trees and toys around, you don't want to delete that, you can use another trick, which is adding borders around the image that have the background color. I will show you in a minute. So we will add a few toys on here. We have a few here. Let's add this ball. Let's add this one here. Another one here. And I don't want to keep it random. I'm trying to have some sense of the colors I'm using. You want to make sure that the style is similar. You don't want like a real picture of a ball and then a cartoon, unless that's your style, of course. But I like to keep everything connected.
Yeah, I
So
love
we'll add
that.
a
I love that
bunch.
picture. One question, or more like a comment actually on this. I'm currently doing a lot of YouTube content, and what I'm realizing there is that the thumbnail on YouTube has to already tell the story of the video, and then the video behind the thumbnail, when people click on it, should deliver on that thumbnail. So with that, if I compare to this one here, if you sell a pug masterclass, right, and it's about maybe the right toys to use for your pug to make him happy and play and so on, you could put these already here as icons, what Laura's doing essentially, so that the sales page and the content later, the programs, that it really goes together nicely and transitions then into the sale, into the offers. And you already tell that story through pictures than through words.
Yeah, I mean, people are to sell properly to someone, you have to sell feelings. So what people feel when they see your app is what will make them decide whatever they want to subscribe or not. So if they feel that there's not a lot of fun, if they're trying to have fun with their pugs, maybe they won't decide to use your app.
Right.
Let's go with another this here and behind. And I want to use, I want to add some movement here. So what we will do is, Canva has an option to animate things. So we can animate the balls to move. Let me see, for example, rise. Okay, and then this one to, let's say, rotate. Let's make it rotate. This one pulse. Okay, we're adding a bunch of animations and we will make the pug look like it's going to the toys. So let's see. Let's do this. And now we just need to do this is a video. It's gonna take a few seconds to download. And while I'm doing this, I'm going to duplicate this design. Copy. I think I already have the video. Let me see. Yeah. Okay, let's put the video and see how it looks. Another tip I want to share is if you add text to this section, you will have this overlay on top of your image or video.
Yep.
So I would recommend just if you want text on it, just add it to the image itself. Right? So we could actually add this to the video and delete this so it doesn't have the overlay.
Nice.
Video. Okay, it's not for this one. Let's see how it looks like. The size is different, but this is the idea. You can have it, you can actually change the size of this to, let's resize it. Yeah. This will be the same size as the square one on top. Just need to move things around a bit. This is going, I wanted to show you the other option where you don't want to delete the full content of the image. So let's go with this one, for example. Okay. So in a case where you don't want to delete, you don't want to remove the background, you want it to be seen, but you don't want it to look like a square. I recommend using borders. So for example, I like to use gradients or shapes. So let's look for shape or whatever. Dividers, we can find a few. For example, this one, like this. You can see the image. Let's choose another one. This one. Oh, we can change this color of this one. Okay. We can change the color of this. Yeah, we can change this. It doesn't really matter the shape. We just want to make sure that it doesn't look like a square. So we can play around with the colors. This one. And do this for all sides. Actually, there's a few options for frames that have different shapes are fun. If we look for a frame, yeah, here. For example, this one. You can just add the image here. And it's not a square. It looks good. You can put it on the side. You can put text here. What was the text? Let's say if you have any questions, just let me know. I'm just going around trying things.
I'm just curious at this point.
Okay, so I don't know. Let's put we learn the secrets. Also, it's important to keep consistency with the font that you're going to use on your app. So, for example, I think the font we're using is not very nice for the feeling of the app because it's supposed to be fun. So we can change it on app style. Here, click on more. Let's go with Mali. It looks more fun if you notice. It's a bit more fun, more childish. So we'll do the same with any text that we add to the images. We want it to look exactly the same. It helps keeping brand consistency and it just looks better.
Right.
And okay, let's make it look better. Here. You can play around with the text settings like spacing, spacing. There's a lot of things that we can do. Canva has a lot of tools, which I really like, because you don't need any other tool to remove the background or to make the text look better. It's all in the same place. Let's put something else. Let's look for an icon or something. Graphics. I don't know. There's a lot of icons for plugs. This one. As usual, I want to keep consistency with the colors, so let's look for a shape. For sparkles, like this one. Use the color. As you can see, I'm just playing around, but once you have everything, you will change things because the first design is not usually the final one, but you need to play around to see what works for you and what you like and so on. Something like this. We don't want this one. And we also have the other video that we made, so let's do that as well. So here, video, we made this small one. And you can put a headline or a caption here because as you can see, there's like a blank space here on the web app, not on the phone. The phone will look different, but there's also going to be a space. So we want to put something there. We don't want to leave it empty. Let's say books are always to learn For example, I'm not in marketing, so let's say this will work. Um, Now let's do a white image. It's this one. And let's see how it looks. So the background difference on the video, it's probably because of the video itself. You might want to play around with the background too much. But we can also try a different color. It's fun. Maybe this could be green instead. It's fun to keep consistency with the colors, but it's fine to play around if you want. Also, I don't like to repeat the layout. So if this looks the same, we might want to move this one up so it doesn't repeat the same layout, right? We can put the image on this side and the text on the other side. So things like that. Now for the this is usually what others say about the app. And it usually keeps photos of whatever your clients look like or your products or whatever you want. But also it's very simple. We can use a frame to make it look better. So we'll go with the square size here. I'm going to page. And we will use a frame. So frames, and a frame that looks cute. Let's say a heart. Put a heart. And we just need to place a photo on it. As always, add consistency with your colors and say sparkles. I did like the sparkles we used before. So let's add more sparkles. Okay, we can have more fun with it, but let's keep it simple for this project. Okay, let's go back. And now we just need to change the photos with the one that we just did. Let's change all of them. We can see that we have the same structure with the colors. We had the same colors. We can change a bit with the toys and stuff like that, but it's essential that the same color stays on the whole page so people are more familiar with your brand. So yes, do you have any questions?
How do you deal with the text below the feature list? It looks like that the white text on the yellow background is not so easy to read.
Yes, for things like that, when you really, really want the text to be white, and for sections like this, what you could do is just make an image with the features. So we can probably do that. We can make an image for the features that we have here and have it be another color. Like for example, the green one here. So we can use the wide. We can use the wide size. Let's look for the check. Let's use something. This or something. This one. Okay. essential that the text on the image is big, because on the phone it's going to look smaller. So it has to be big enough for people to read it. If you have to create 2 images, create 2 images, because it's essential that most of our users will use the phone to access the app. So you want them to be able to read what we're adding. So let's say yes, slower designs. For example, I'm gonna add a sparkle, of course. Now we can just group this and duplicate it and just change the text. Sometimes you have to play around like with favorite. Everything to look good and consistent. So let's keep this one below here. Make sure it looks good. Stuff like that.
If I were the creator here, I would recommend also to just shorten the text significantly, because less is more, right? Or simplicity is the ultimate complexity. When you do the feature list, maybe stick with 7 words per bullet and make them really to the point, because people have a short attention span anyways. No one reads text these days. Just have it like bam, 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 bam.
Especially on the phone.
Especially on the phone, yeah. There should be even less there. What are like the minimum things that what should people focus on when they build their app design, their first one? You right now focus on the sales page.
Yes, usually the sales page, right?
The sales page is most important, okay. And there, what are the most important widgets that you would put? Like, is the feature list, for example, that people need? What are the things that you think, from a design perspective, maybe is like the bare minimum?
The bare minimum is a good color, the good structure of the color, because if they don't match, they don't look good to the eye, people won't want to see it. So play around with your colors until you're happy with them. And the sales page need to give as much information as possible, but not a lot of information. Just the essential. Keep things short, to the point. What are people going to get from your app? Because you're selling. This is a sales page. This is what is going to convince them to subscribe. So it has to have enough content, not all the content, right? You want them to want to know more. Like, did you know that you can give folks special recipes of food? We can teach you how. Join. So I'm like, oh, let me see what kind of recipes I can make for them, and then you will want to join. So also having a welcome course, a free one that gives just enough information for people to be happy to keep your app installed, but not all the information, because you want to sell a specific course that has more information and more details. And this specific course will have more to it. Like if we talk about how to take a bath for the pug on the free one, here we'll add more details or maybe add suggestions of products that you could use, something that adds value to what they are going to pay. And you can also include specific communities that's only for VIPs and specific, I don't know, for example, I added here the community, I added a specific channel where you could get discounts for your pug in pet stores if you join the club, right? So that adds more and more value to the subscription. And you have to let them know here that you're going to get that if you subscribe. Because if they don't know, they don't know. So
Yep.
Yeah, it's basically sell the product as much as possible, but don't overwhelm people with information.
Yeah. Interesting. What I'm taking from that is design has to be consistent so that the audience connects with it and feels like, okay, this is really interesting, could be interesting for me. Then you have some free content there, free community people can check out if that's something that would be of value for them or their pack in this case. And if so, then they would subscribe. And it's likely also something which you tune more and more over time. It's not like you launch on perfection, but you just launch with something and then you over time work on better tiles, better sales page, more to the point, more content, and so on and so forth.
Exactly. You will also learn with your audience. If you have a community and people are asking questions and they're asking always the same question, maybe you could create content from that. So it's usually very important to keep track of what people think about your app and your content, so you can learn and create more content from that.
Yep. When you shared the community, right? I was also thinking there, like the white text is quite small on this. Like here, it's okay. Like this looks actually pretty good, but then when you click on it, like this looks really hard to read. And here, likely you cannot put a picture.
Yeah, here you can't put a picture, so it's important to see what we could do with the color to make it better. So we can put a picture, then maybe we could, for example, make the background color darker.
Yeah. Then it
So
would be more
so
readable.
it's easier. Yeah.
It's
For
interesting.
example,
It's almost like you have to pick the colors in the very beginning and then check in the community on the sales page and the courses that everything looks pretty smooth. And when it's readable, then you would go to Canva and likely take these colors and build out the artwork for your sales page. Because right now, like you have to essentially change the colors. The text is more readable, but you have to change the colors of the images again.
yeah. Or there's something that usually works is switching the colors. So let's say we put this side yellow and the rest green.
Yeah.
So the text will look better. And it's the same brand color, so it probably will look good as well. We could do that. We could just switch the colors. Let's say this one. Put it here. And the other one. Put it here. Now I need to make the yellow one darker.
And the good news is once you figure this out once and it looks good, then at least you can go with it for some time until you think it needs to refresh. So the first setup is a bit painful to really understand what's the best text color, background color, primary, secondary color, and so on to make it look good. But then you can also stress out about it less once you have that set up once.
Yeah. Because you already have the designs done on Canva, you can just change the colors. Yes.
And usually you do all of these things for clients. So is that for Plus clients where they're like, hey, could you make my ad more beautiful? And then you would help them, or how's that normally working?
Yes, it really depends on the style, but usually you or give them an idea because sometimes you have a designer, or you can help them and guide them. We help them and guide them on how it will look better, advice on colors, give some ideas of the designs, and work together until the app is just perfect for them, their idea.
Clear.
Yes, just need to change this and this. Let's go change this. So this one first.
Can you actually change navigation or button color text to black? Do you think this wouldn't look good?
The black, yeah, we can try that. It's a matter of trying what looks good. So we can do a lot of tests. Change that. Let's change some images. So the video we could actually keep it as it is because we're using the same colors.
Hmm.
Can we just use that? Let's go here. And the feature list. And we could actually go back to the yellow one that we were using. Now that text is black, we can let's go back. I just like to keep colors consistent. Sorry, I'm very picky with that. Okay, much better. It's a matter of what you like. This would actually make another image. Because of the text. I think it's another color here. This one. Let's make it white. Yeah. So we can also do things here for the features. We could do the same we did for this ones. We could use, let's say, progress. So we look for images of plugs. Say skating plug. Let's add it here. Sparkles. Consistency with the sparkles. you can have a lot of fun with the icons because they can be a different style from the other images. It's fun to play a bit with the style, but it's still cartoonish look. So let's see how it looks. Yeah. So we can add images to all of them. Same picture. Let's say we like this style. So we will go to Canva and just go to see more like this. We'll have the same kind of style for this one. Let's use it. Let's see. For the plug, because this is about plugs. This. I'm not actually sure if people will be interested in this kind of app, but I would if I had a plug. I think that's it. No, we're missing exclusive discounts. Let's do that. Here. Okay. We could put this white. No, this text in white would look good, I think, for the feature list. And after this, we will move to there's two more sections that we want to work with, which is the course image, the thumbnail of the course, and the welcome page, the welcome screen. It's seen at the very beginning when you open the app because that's where you log in. But it's actually important because it's the first thing that your user will see. So it has to look good. There we go. Much better. What do you think?
Okay, let me give you some feedback. Let's see what we can do better. Can you remove this black features you will love, like this text just above the three puppet icons? Because you already have feature lists, you know? If you scroll down.
This one?
No.
This one.
There's a feature list, right? And then just below it says again features you will love, and you have the three dogs. Like take the black text out. Because it's one section, it's the feature section. Yep.
Like this. So it looks like it's the same section, right?
Yeah, it's connected. Okay. And now that's interesting because there's so much black text now. Notice there's this white text. Let's start at the top. Let's see how it feels. Okay, here it's almost like we have three times the same thing. Pack Masterclass. I think this looks really good. Not sure if the button text color should be white or black to be consistent. And I would likely use the Go ahead.
I think it goes with the Let me see. Versus style. Reload. Here. The bottom text.
Yeah. This one black.
Black.
Then
Very.
yeah. Now, next thing I would do is I would remove this section, the second and the third one. I would move it further down because to me it's like almost the same. Just move it for the time being somewhere further down, just out of the way. Yeah, let's see how that looks. Pack Masterclass. What pack lovers say. Feature list.
Now, I want the feature list to be connected, right? So,
Feature list. Yeah, it's better. I would even do this, the one with the video, I would move it further down so that we have the pricing coming up. Yeah. So let's see. Pack Masterclass, what they say. Okay. There's another one. Which pricing are we picking? There's multi-pricing, and then there's another pricing, like this one. This one is also like too black, right? Like black text on a black overlay.
we could keep this one instead. I think it includes both the free and the paid.
Yeah, that looks better. I would also remove this multi-pricing text in black, move it up, remove the other pricing section.
Yeah, let's go. This we change.
Yeah.
This section, I think we can just remove it.
I think so, yeah. So let's see where we are. It's getting somewhere. You have like a nice title in the top, then you have some testimonials that say this really changed the life of my puck. Then you have the feature list, everything that's included. Then you have the pricing.
The
Likely, I would put this one with the video. I would put this one in the video at the very bottom so that even if people are scrolling below the questions, at the very end, there's still a call to action. They're like, hey, no, finally join us. And then they would go to the pricing widget, I guess. So like they go through, here I can buy all the questions, and I'll click the button, join us, and that should then take them to the checkout. Yeah, perfect. Like this, I think is good. This is I think this is like a good V1. It's not perfection, of course, but I think to have something which is not ugly, it's an okay sales page. What do you think?
Yes, I really like it, and it's probably not going to be the final version, but that's how you start. You get somewhere quick, and then I want to change this color, or this should go down here.
Yeah.
And it's always like that until you find the sweet spot with the design.
Okay, so let's say we keep the sales page for the time being as is. What do we do next?
I will go to make the thumbnails, and first I will make it round corners because now we can do that and it looks much better, especially for fun looking apps. Rounded corners looks much better. We could just keep it as it is, but it's not consistent with the design of the sales page. So I will go with, we're using the same size, the same square size here in Canva. And let's say basics one. Okay, let's make one for that. Let's use the actual picture of the pug. Say this one. The background. And let's say we make it something like
Maybe we do one about food, like what the puck should eat, and the other course could be about how to play with your puck. So let's try to use that theme for these tiles.
yeah, we can also add pictures inside the lessons, but this is like main course image.
Yeah. And let's portray that this one is about nutrition for your puck. So either the
This
pucks,
one,
or what do you suggest? The
yeah,
puck
we
basics.
can. Yeah,
True, I
we
get it.
we can have it.
You have already a name for it, Puck Basics 101. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, then why not? Then we go with basics, and the other one is more is VIP. Puck
The
royalty,
the
elite
VIP
care.
club.
Okay, so then for the elite, we need like a VIP looking pub, and the other one is exactly like this is it's a baby one. Okay, I get it. Yeah, let's do it. What do you put in there?
I'm just thinking about sparkles. That's a sparkle behind this. Sparkles here. Here and like a background. What is he saying?
I think it could either be something like start here, which gives clarity of people that that's where you should begin.
Need to keep in mind that there's like the circle of the progress. It's going to be around here. So maybe
and we need the Mali font as well.
Yeah, but we're gonna move it down here. Let me add a square. Square like this. And my font. There's the published thing, but the users won't see the published tag here, so that's fine. Here's going to be a circle. Okay. And here. Okay, this is how it would look like. What do you think?
Nice, yeah.
And now the royalty.
The royalty, he needs to look happier. He looks very sad. We need a very fulfilled, happy, strong, elite pup.
Yeah, I have the perfect thought of that. have that, this one or this one?
The one with the sunglasses.
Okay.
The other one looked like he's strangled by the tie.
So, this part. This book royalty. Maybe we can have like a crown or something. We can change the color to this one. The sparkles are annoying me.
What if you just remove them? Usually you have them, I get it, but in this case you want to put focus on the crown.
Maybe we can do a small.
Or small, yeah. That could work.
Here we can flip it.
And that would make the crown even a bit bigger, I think.
Like this.
Hmm.
Let's go. This is how it looks.
Doesn't fit, right? Because
Yeah.
one is more like a sitting puck. You can see the whole puck, and there it's a bit too iconic, too much icon style, and then only the face or the upper body.
We can do something like that.
Yeah, that could work. Did you line that? Design is a skill, huh? You start with just a feeling of this could be better, and then at some point you realize, hey, I need to watch out about colors, about fonts, about consistency, about pictures need to be harmonic with each other. Um, how to make it more playful with stars and crowns. Yeah,
And sometimes it depends actually on your content, because sometimes your content has to be very minimalistic, and the less you add, the better.
yep.
It really depends on your brand and what you want.
What's next now?
Now we'll have to do the welcome page, welcome screen here. So this video size is different. We'll make a new one.
You looked at the explainer, you saw the dimensions, and you apply these dimensions on the Canva. Clear.
We open it, and now we can start. So I like to use a video here because as is the first thing, you want something, at least for this kind of app, you want something fun. So let's look for a blog video. Let's see something. I want the blog to look like it's having fun. This one is cute because we can remove the background. We can just add some toys floating around. Let's remove it. We have to keep in mind that the welcome screen has a overlay on the bottom, so it will look darker from the bottom to the top. So maybe you want to keep the main focus a bit up. Because this is going to be very dark. And well, let's have it. And yes. Animated. Let's see this one. This one.
I think you have the login sign up button down there. Could that be?
What?
You have the login sign up button.
Yeah.
When you add the video, that you make sure that it's not covered, or do you think it's not an issue like the login sign up? Okay, yeah, that's what I mean. Okay. Mm-hmm.
This one. And let's add text here.
Could you do something like Pug Masterclass is either the subtitle or the title, and then you have something like how to build.
Learn the secrets of Learn the secrets of pugs.
Happy and healthy pugs. Can you do it instead of the end, like the other one, whatever it's called?
This one.
Yeah.
Sorry, but I'm gonna add sparkles. What's the color? Let me see.
Sparkles have to be there.
If we have sparkles everywhere, we cannot have sparkles on the welcome page.
Oh, I understand. Even smaller. Maybe left and right of the learn the secrets. It's almost like an emoticon. Could be. Yeah, a little bit like that. What do you think?
Looks good. Let's
Okay.
see how that looks on the app. So we did a lot of progress for version 1. I think it's, at least we have the layout. So we can work with this layout and change things and see what works and what not. We can work on the content for the courses. We can do images for the content inside the content itself. We can use the same brand colors. I added a test here for if you learn something, you can test your knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
And here there's like a pug personality quiz where you can know what kind of pug you are, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go add the video. Look like that.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think it's cool. I think it's good. Yeah. Looks intriguing to check it out. Then you go there, you see the
You
content,
log in.
a sales page.
See this.
Yeah, it's a good V1. It's good to test it in the market and see what your prospects say, what they really care about when with their pack, and on the back of them then tune the content, tune the. I see now the community also looks much better, right? If you go into the channels, it's at least readable now, which is good.
You can add tracking as well. I've added a few for your pug, even a pug mood tracker, just in case.
Yeah. Is there anything else that you would do, or do you think this is a good V1?
I think this is a good version to test. Once you test it, I will test it with a few friends first and
Yeah.
gather some feedback. And then you would work on the changes. And then the next step would be to make your own screenshots for the submission to the app stores.
Yes, yeah, of course, because you have three dummy images there with the heart, so you would change that, but then you could submit it and it should be good to go, right? You have then your first app in the store, work with your first prospects, customers, friends, potentially, get their feedback, and from there you further tune it.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Thanks, Laura, for sharing. That was really cool.